Good morning and welcome everybody to another live stream on Reticent Simmer. Today we're in Sydney and as you can see it's a beautiful day. It's okay, clear weather, and today we'll be going to a new destination called, it's Alice Springs. It's in the outback, Australian outback, and it's in the Northern Territory. So here we are. Nice. And that looks like an apocalyptic version of downtown Sydney or the business district. That's photogrammetry. Yeah. There's a Qantas pushing back. Is that an A330 or a 777? I can't tell. It's an A330. I can tell by the tires. That's the international terminal, and there's a UAE, Emirates, 777. Is that an A330 or an A320? But that's an international flight. We are over here. We are over here in the domestic part of the airport. Domestic Terminal 3. We are at gate 38. We do have some sort of ATC available, ground is available. And let's see if SimBrief will work. Sim GSX. Reload the SimBrief flight plan. Operate the jetway. Use airplanes on own stairs, both airplane stairs, airport jet. No, use jetway. Qantas. All right. We are going to get late if we don't start. Preliminary safety inspection. Thrust levers, leaders idle. Flaps are up. And speed brake is retracted. Alright, chocks are on, parking brake off, battery on, overhead panel, battery on, and immediately ground power on. Right. External lights, position steady. It's not dark outside, so we won't use the logo lights. We'll go down here and do the fault and open other tests. Fire test. Right, fault and off, fire test, extinguisher test. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Alright, emergency exit lights armed. Cabin attendant call. Takeoff configuration warning. Checked. Circuit breakers. Oh no, man. No, before that, we have the cargo fire system over here. Checked. Gear pins are in. Manual extension door is closed. We can open it up. Circuit breakers, they never pop out because they're just are they cosmetic? Yeah, they're cosmetic in the PMDG. Next we go up to the flight recorder switch on the aft overhead panel. Normal. Mac speed warning test. Stall warning test. Yeah, that's the thing with this. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. Crew oxygen check. There's some pressure. Service interphone off. IRS to nav. IRS lights, check their aligning. You can even check the number of minutes over here. 9 minutes to alignment. And parking brake can come on now. Press and hold down the pedals. Parking brake on. Hydraulic pumps. Electrical hydraulic pumps on. Preliminary safety inspection done. And now the co-pilot or the first officer will do the pre-flight walk-around inspection, which we can't do in MSFS 2020. Right. I just need to load the universal announcer for some cabin announcements. Give me a minute. Here you go. The app is running in the background, and let me check the app. QFA B738, right. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Right, we had some ATC, but I think it's gone now. So let's call in the refueler and everything else. Okay. Request refueling. Shell, we'll use Shell.
Please don't load the aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do that.
Payload, fuel truck, request, oh yeah. Simbri flight plan, import it. So we are going to be going all the way down here to Alice Springs. It's more like Central Australia. It is part of the Northern Territory. I don't know whether they call it a state or is it just a territory.
Fuel truck is in position.
Okay, good.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Fuel trucks in position. FMC, ident page. Pause in it. Reference airport. Gate 38. Not in database. Fine, we won't mess with that. Left GPS position into this route. This goes here.
Please use your airplane fuel system. to
And
set
let
the
me
desired
see,
fuel
it's
quantity.
that's a nice yellow shell truck. Okay, enable acquired navigational RMP performance. Okay. Simbri fruit, but yes. Select fuel, set payload, select route. And yeah, I've updated Nightbot so you can check the route in the chat also by typing in !route. So before we activate the route, we can just check the route. CADM Alpha 576 Alpha Sierra, or Alice Springs, I think that's the Alice Springs VOR, and we can check this from the operational flight plan, which will also contain the SIDS and stars. So we have a cost index of 32. Operational flight plan 32,000. Sorry, cruise altitude 32,000 feet. And yeah, and go down here. Yeah, CADM 2 departure to CADM Alpha 576 Alice Springs VOR and direct to Alice Springs. Okay, let's see invoice from Shell. Okay, fueling bill, here we go. Okay, where's the invoice? Can't see the invoice. Invoice. Yeah, yeah, that's nice. Shell PLC, receiver Pakistan International Airlines. We're not Pakistan International Airlines. Why is it Pakistan International Airlines? BHVXM, it's got the registration right. Okay, fine, good. Close. Let's start the boarding. Start boarding, request boarding.
Boarding requested.
And we'll start the APU. Well, before that, target fuel, stairs, packs, yeah, loader's cart, everything.
evening, everyone. I'm your Customer Service Manager, Tanya Rogers, and on behalf of Captain Simon Wassel, First Officer Matt Harper, and Second Officer Michael O'Connell, and our Customer Service Supervisor Rebecca Grace, and the entire crew, a very warm welcome aboard our flight to Sydney. I'd also like to introduce Sachi, Tomiyoshi, and Keio, who are fluent in Japanese. We'd also like to welcome back our Qantas and One More Frequent Flyers, along with our Qantas Business Reward members, and anyone joining us from LA 5927, a very warm welcome aboard. Please place your bags either underneath the seat in front of you or in your overhead lockers. For seats at the bulkhead or exit row, all bags need to go in the overhead lockers. Laptops and other large devices need to be put away until we're in the air. You're able to use your handheld devices with flight mode during takeoff. However, devices without flight mode cannot be used at any time. Power banks cannot be charged or used to charge other devices at any time. They should be stowed with you, underneath the seat in front of you, or in a seat pocket unless directed by your crew. Please remove all cables from charging ports as in-seat power cannot be used at this time. If you're in a seat with an in-arm entertainment screen, please make sure it is put away for takeoff. In economy, please keep the small pocket below your screen empty with headsets plugged into your armrest during takeoff and landing. Please make sure you are in your allocated seat with your seatbelt or sash belt firmly fastened and your seat back upright. Stow tray tables, bassinets and hoodrests and open window shades. As always, smoking, vaping, the use and charging of e-cigarettes is not permitted. Please help us create a safe, respectful and positive environment for everyone on board by respecting each other and our crew. Once again, a very warm welcome aboard. It's great to have you with us today. The flight time today is 9 hours and 15 minutes. And once everyone is seated, we can be on our way.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening from the flight deck. First Officer Matt Harper on behalf of Captain Simon Wassel and Second Officer Mike O'Connell and Tanya and the rest of the crew. It's our pleasure to welcome you on board Qantas Flight 60 down to Sydney. We're just waiting on air traffic control, traffic behind us at the moment for our pushback clearance, and then we'll be pushing back and on the way out to the runway for departure down to the south. Flying time today is 9 hours and 14 minutes, and we are expecting to have you into Sydney on or before schedule at this stage, but we'll update you with that information when we get closer to Sydney. Our flight today is pretty much a straight line down to Sydney. We pass by Guam, over Papua New Guinea, and then across the coast just around Mackay, and then down to Sydney. We're expecting smooth flying conditions, but as always we do ask you to keep your seatbelts comfortably fastened whenever you're seated, just like we do, just in case you encounter any unexpected turbulence along the way. So for now we'll leave you to sit back, relax, enjoy the service being provided by Tanya and the crew, and we'll talk to you just before December an update with our arrival details and the weather. Thank you, and we'll speak to you.
So our Cadom to departure. Depart from runway 34 left, 800 feet, turn left, SS 500, SS 501, 502, 503 to Cadom. Okay. Alright, runway QDM 34 left, 335. 335. Runway heading and altitude set. Passengers are boarded. Loading is still continuing. Yeah, so APU is online now. We can wait for a few minutes, 2 minutes, before we start the APU bleed. Right. Departure set and the legs checked. Boarding completed. Okay.
Cabin crew, boarding is now complete. Any remaining ground crew, please leave the aircraft.
Right. Let's continue with the FMC setup. Init ref. Cost index of 32. Reserves. I get that from the OFP. I'll get that from the OFP, which is FMC data 3807, 3.8 tons. And 32,000 feet. Execute outside air temperature is minus 54. That's not okay. Minus 54. 268 053. Cruise wind done. Transition altitude 10,000. Right. Perf. And what we can do is go to progress, check the fuel quantity 29.3. Why such a heavy fuel load? I don't know. Did I check the wrong airframe? Fine, in any case. Legs, and which will be, where will I have top of climb? After Cadom and before Parks. Before Parks. So we can just route data and enter average of cruise winds, which are average from 250057. It's already entered those, so fine. Right. And perf. and 1 minute. For that, oh yes, it's 4 minutes. Sorry to keep the passengers waiting. We'll turn on the APU bleed on the packs. Get the air conditioning going and back to the FMC. No, back to the to the OFP. Performance 3-4 left. It's dry, runway condition is dry. Acceleration height is 1500, flaps 5 and 192.7%. Rating, no derating, no derate, just takeoff. TO 148, 149 and 153 are the V speeds. So select temperature of 48. Back to the FMC, no derating, 48, takeoff, flaps 5, trim 5.21, 5.2, 148, 149, 153. V speeds set. And per fixed descent forecast legs done. Light switch. Test. Test back to right. Oxygen test. EFS setup. 10 miles. Main panel background. Main panel. Okay. There you go. 10 traffic and terrain. Next we go down here. Airport. Barrow 1022. So we're on QNH. 1022. That should check out since Sydney is at 21 feet. Sydney Kingsford Smith is at 21 feet. Also the minimum will be 1521 feet because the acceleration height is 1500 feet standard. Just a minute, let me zoom out. Toolbar getting in my minimum set, clock, check the clock, checked. 0-131 minutes Zulu time or UTC. Flight control, overhead panel, yaw damper. we seem to have fuel in the center tank also. I don't know what happened with the. Why do we have so much fuel? Why do we have so much fuel? It's a 3-hour flight. Alright, center pumps on also. Right, fuel pumps on, battery guarded, galley on, power switches guarded. Wiper left and right park. Panel lights brightness already set to maximum. It's daylight. Equipment cooling. There's equipment cooling. Supply. Normal. Emergency exit light guarded and fueling over, seatbelt signs on, no smoking sign on. Probe heat as required. Window heat. Hydraulic pumps are on. Differential pressure checked. There is no difference. Cabin climb check. Air temperature. Passenger cabin. Passenger cabin. And air temperature selectors required. Yes, mild weather. It's winters in the southern hemisphere. Recirculation fan, auto left and right backs, auto isolation valve open, engine bleed both on, APU on and bleed is on, flight altitude set to 32,000 feet. Landing altitude is 1789, 1789 on. Landing altitude set. Depressurization mode is auto. Engine switches off. Igniter as required both. Now for the MCP setup. Flight directors go on. We'll put in a course of runway heading so that we can 335 set V2 153 153 MCB fuel flow reset, auto brake RTO, speed brake retracted, flaps up, thrust idle, parking brakes set, engine fuel switches off, stabilized, stab trim up and guarded. Up and guarded. Stab trim up and guarded, overhead detector, overheat detector normal. And radio setup. Let me check. Do we have any ATC? If yes, no ATC. So let me check the Sydney CTAF frequency. CTAF YSSY in mind. That's implied. 120,500. So we'll do 120,500. And this can go to 121,500. And this can go to standby, can go to unicorn. Radio set. Navrad. I don't need to set it right now, I think. Cargo fire detector, normal with the radar, VX plus T. VX plus T. Left, right. VX plus T. Transponder standby. MB squawk 2000. Squawking 2000. Right. Trim check. Second radio set data. Third radio set data. Stabilizer trim. Guarded. Rudder trim. 0. Neutral. Flight deck door closed. Okay. Final CDU pre-flight procedure. Perfect. Check 0 fuel weight from exit. Then execute. And then trim. Trim 5.21. Trim set 5.21 and MCPIS set V2, and there's no clearance before push and start. Right. Transponder. Okay, IFI clearance don't need that. Squawk set. Transponder goes to alt off now. Why didn't I set it to alt off before? Alt off. And ground services disconnect all. APU, gen, ground power disconnect, jobs removed. Okay. We don't need the ground power, we can disconnect it from the EFP. Ground connections, remove jocks.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Jocks, everything done. Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested. High navigation. Transfer and display switches. Normal auto. Window heat. on. What is the test?
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Window weight on. Pressurization mode selector auto. Flight instruments. Heading.
Lock in gear.
Altimeter. Parking brake on. Engine start labels cut off. That's it. Pushback. Pushback truck call. Push and start request. Left and right backs will go to off. Okay, we need a nose left, tail right, because we'll be going that way. Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay, before we release the parking brakes, let's just do a briefing. We are going to, let's get the chart, map. Yes, pushback facing south or left, nose left, and we're going to take golf all the way till this intersection, which should be Golf and Bravo. Bravo all the way. Hey, 3-4 left. And we can't take Bravo all the way. We'll cross. We'll take Golf, go onto Golf, turn left onto Golf, cross runway 3-4 left, and go down to Alpha and take Alpha all the way to Alpha 6. We should have taken this one 3-4 right. In any case, so that's what we're going to do. No ATC. And the departure already briefed is the CADOM to departure. Right. Sydney traffic, Qantas 791, pushing back at gate 38, Sydney traffic. And release the parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Crew, the final door is now closed. Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
The crew here for your safety, so please follow their instructions at all times. Please give us your attention for the next few minutes to help us keep you safe on this flight. ご覧ください。
Welcome to Qantas. For over 100 years, safety has been our #1 priority. You're about to hear from the people who help make us one of the world's safest airlines. They'll explain how you can help make this flight as safe and comfortable as possible.
Today, you're flying on a Qantas Airbus A330.
So impressive.
It's time to buckle up. Your seatbelt must be fastened during takeoff, landing, and when the signs are on. For your safety, we recommend everyone keep it fastened and visible at all times. Fasten by inserting the clasp into the buckle, tighten by pulling the strap. If your seat is fitted with a sash belt, ensure it's in place for takeoff and landing. Undo it by pressing the button or by lifting the flap.
There's a life jacket on board for every passenger. You'll find yours under your seat, next to it, or in the leg rest. Remove it from the pouch by pulling the tab. Put it over your head and pass the strap around your waist. Clip at the front, then tighten. There's a red tag and a mouthpiece to inflate, and a whistle and a light. And if you need to inflate your life jacket, only do it after you leave the aircraft.
If oxygen is required, masks will drop from above. To activate the oxygen, pull down firmly. Put it over your head and tighten the strap. Oxygen will flow without the bag inflating. And remember, always fit your own mask first and then help others.
We train our cabin crew in service and safety at the Longreach Centre of Service Excellence, including brace positions. If you can reach the seat in front, brace by folding your arms and resting your forehead on your arms. If you can't reach the seat in front, lean forward and hold onto your legs. If your seat has a sash belt, sit upright, place your hands on your legs and bring your chin to your chest.
Airbus builds the new Qantas planes right here in Hamburg, Germany. In case of an emergency, lights on the side of the seats will guide you to the exits, where you'll also find lighted signs. Take a moment to locate your nearest exit, and keep in mind it might be behind you. The best way to remember is to count the rows between you and the exit. The cabin crew are pointing them out now.
Your aircraft is fitted with slide rafts. If you need to evacuate, it's important to leave your belongings behind. To use the slide, do what they do.
We have a good engine start.
And slide
You can disconnect.
on your knees.
Unlocking gear.
Today, you're being flown by some of our highly experienced pilots. We train regularly on state-of-the-art simulators like this one.
By now your bag should be in the overhead locker or under the seat in front of you. Ensure that your tray table is stowed and your seat back is upright. If you're in business, return your seat to the upright or preset recline position.
It's now time to switch your devices to flight mode and unplug any charging cables during taxi, takeoff and landing. Keep devices and power banks close, such as in the seat pocket or underneath the seat in front, unless directed by the crew. Power banks must not be used during the flight. If a device or power bank overheats, is damaged, dropped or lost, please let our crew know straight away. They'll be happy to help.
Your aircraft is fitted with smoke and vapour detectors, including in the toilets. So do not smoke anywhere on this aircraft.
Your Qantas magazine, located in your seat pocket, includes a health and safety section with important information on deep vein thrombosis, or DVT.
If you'd like to go over any of this, just to be safe, it's all on the safety card in your seat pocket.
Your crew are here to help you, so please, follow their instructions at all times.
And together, let's make it a respectful and positive environment for everyone on board.
Thanks for choosing Qantas. Safe travels.
Sorry, I know that ads can be annoying. annoying, but you know what's more annoying? Arriving to a new country and not having any internet connection. I'm Sarah, a travel content creator, and I have learned the hard way
Alright.
that staying connected isn't optional. That's why I use all
City traffic, Qantas 791, taxiing to holding point runway 34 left via Golf, crossing runway 34 left, and then via Alpha. Sydney traffic.
Deliver more with the world's #1 forklift brand. Get Toyota's legendary reliability.
The departure.
Energy solutions. Get Australia's leading service network. That's the Toyota forklift advantage.
With Qantas Pay,
Okay. Taxi clear, taxi
Qantas points at home and overseas.
lights on.
Lock in currencies before your next trip and unlock more ways to earn when you're at home. Sign up to
And
Qantas
return
Pay
of
today.
lights will come on later. Parking brake released. Takeoff configuration warning checked. And we're moving. Going to go on to Golf now. I forgot to turn on the beacon lights. Very, very important. Yes. Let's just stop here. Just turn on the lights.
Consider your best seatbelt fastened.
City traffic, Qantas 791, crossing runway 34 left, and turning onto Alpha.
Hi,
Taxi
Captain. The
Alpha.
cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Alpha, turn left on Alpha. Wow, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. What's the matter with this scenery? Oh my, this was real life, those bends or those craters would have totaled the aircraft. Come on, landing lights are on and Tara is on. Let's put that off for a while. Let's go back to alt off. Let's just put the landing lights and the strobe lights. Okay, we'll hold short here. Sydney traffic, Qantas 791 lining up runway 34 left, Sydney traffic. Just a minute, let me have a look. We're about to depart. Okay, before takeoff checklist, taxi lights off, strobe lights on, landing lights on, auto throttle armed, that's why we have these checklists. LNAV armed, transponder TARA, takeoff clearance requested. Let's line up. Okay, let's get the drone camera. Sydney traffic, Qantas 791, departing runway 34 left, Sydney traffic. Alright, taxi lights to take off. Actually, there are no taxi lights, just turn them on. Chrono on. 40% N1. Actually it's 43, 41.5 stabilized. Durga.
Airspeed alive. 80 knots. V1, rotate. V2. Pause the brake.
Acceleration height, back up. City traffic, Qantas 791, airborne. Brakes up. After takeoff checklist, gear up and off. Auto brake off. YSSY is required, we go to VNAV. Flaps retracted. Gear off, auto brake off, and this fast switches, we'll keep them on. And well, actually there's no anti-precipitation. Transition altitude, rough checklist call.
The seatbelt sign is now on. However, we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. For your safety, we do not allow anyone, including children, to sit or sleep on the floor. Today, you're travelling on one of our Wi-Fi connected aircraft. You can select Qantas free Wi-Fi in your network settings, then simply follow the prompts to connect. Wi-Fi will be only available departing our destination and over Australia. If you would like to watch content from our streaming service, be sure to download it whilst in car
cornice, the cheddar and cheese omelette with braised beans, cream spinach, hash brown and pork sausage. Or you're also serving the ricotta pancakes with blueberry compote, custard cream and roasted almonds. Both of these options will come with a blueberry Danish on the side and a selection of hot and cold drinks. Now I do apologise if your first choice is not available. As a courtesy to others around you during the service, if you can please now return your seat to the upright position. Just repeating those options, we have the cheddar cheese omelette with braised beans, cream spinach, hash brown and pork sausage. Or we also have the ricotta pancakes.
Alright, we're at our cruise altitude. Sorry about that. Let's check the landing performance. That should be good. One 57.4. Let's just skip ahead. Okay, let's just skip ahead. Before doing that, departure, arrival into Alice Springs, no stars. We'll be landing at runway 12 according to the winds. We'll be using RNAV Zulu, YSSY, transition. Let's put that in plan mode. Legs. We're not going to Alice Springs. I mean the VOR. Parks, Makla, Apoma, Polev, Kalug, YSSY. Kalug. We can skip ahead to Kalug, YSSY, and then the RNAV procedure. Alright then, let me start my FSI panel. 292, 292. On the first officer FMC, put the desired waypoint on top of the legs page. Do not execute. Okay. And here we go. Top of the legs page. Kalug. Not executing. Oh, look at that. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. No, no. No, no. No, FSI panel failed me. Disconnect the facade panel. That's to command A. That will change. At least we're at Kalug. Oh. I'm from Pakistan.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Welcome to the stream. Hey, airspeed. Okay. Somebody subscribed. Bugsy HT. Thank you for joining in. Okay, fuel center tanks are empty since we skipped ahead. They can go off. Okay, let's just brief the arrival. Let me put the charts up. Alice Springs doesn't have Alice Springs doesn't have any star. Just a minute, window capture. There you go. We're almost near our destination, not that close, but after Kalug we're going to descend. Okay, I'm using the RNAV Zulu for runway 12. We're going to land from the northwest. Okay, so we are going to be going direct. Let me edit this. Direct. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, from Kalug, we're going to go direct to Aswig, Alice Springs to Whiskey Golf, because we're using this RNAV RNP Zulu runway 12. Okay, approach course 116. We're going to come in from the north towards Aswig. We should be at 5,200 feet. Then we're going to go to AS2 Whiskey India, again 5,200 feet, and from there we're going to start descending to Alice Springs 2 Whiskey Foxtrot to 3750. That's our final approach fix, and from there we go down to, we start the RNAV procedure. Minimums are 2140, and missed approach altitude is 5,200 feet direct to Alice Springs 2 Whiskey Hotel. So in case of a go around, since we'll be doing this as a manual landing at the end, let's brief the go around. Right. I'll push the toga button once, follow the flight directives, retract the flap to 15. Once we have positive climb, I'm going to put the gear up, and then at 400 feet select LNAV. After that I'm going to turn on the autopilot. So that's our go around or missed approach procedure. Right, since we have the charts, there's no start, there's just an approach. Let me put some brightness here. We can bring the engine page here. Okay, so we're going to go direct to 50, well, first we're going to go direct to 10,500 feet or 12,000 feet. And it's 310. Right. Let's prepare the descent forecast. Execute. Actually we need flight level 300, flight level 200, Flight level 100. Execute request again. Load. There you go. Now that we have the desired winds, we can check for arrival QNH 1030. We can put that in the FMC 1030. Execute. Progress. We are going to burn around, let me use the calculator, 12.5 minus 9.8 is, ooh, my mind's not working right now. 12.5 minus 9.8, 2.7 tons of fuel. So we go to net ref, we can subtract 2.7 tons from 145.7 minus 2.7, 143. These are pounds. These are pounds. No, these are pounds or tons. I don't know. Hey guys, we have 142. We'll do flaps 40 and a 147. We'll check the landing calculator again. Sorry, not the landing calculator, landing performance. 147, auto brakes 3, VREF at 5. That's fine. That's fine. And according to my nav charts, it's 8. Headwind of 8 knots. $147 is fine. So there we have it. Departure, arrival, using the RNAV Zulu for runway 12. Look at that. Are we stuck? Are we stuck? Don't tell me we're stuck. Don't tell me we're stuck. Oh no, we're still stuck. Oh. Why are we descending? Why are we descending? Why are we descending? Come on, FSI panel. Oh, right. Altitude hold. Position updated. We're moving finally. We're moving. Okay, let's climb back to my bad. Level change. I'm going to be burning a lot of fuel this way. Well, let's just climb to 31,000 feet. Go to VNAV. Okay, there's still 100 nautical miles for the top of descent, so why is it going there? Right. Fixed page, Romeo Whiskey 12. We'll be starting a descent now. CTAF frequency for 1183. Here we are, starting a descent. Recall checked. Let's set the minimums. Two 140. Minimum set. Radios. Let me get my G's landing rate calculator. Oh yeah, auto brake 3. Auto brake 3, LNAV, VNAV. Below 30,000 feet, bank angle select, limiter goes to, yeah. Course, let's set the course 116. Look at that, red sand. Yeah, G's landing rate. Good. Right, let's switch to the theta frequency. We are roughly how many miles? 80. Alice Springs traffic, Qantas 791. We are 40 nautical miles southeast of the airfield. We'll be landing at runway 12 using the RNAV approach. Alice Springs traffic. Might as well descend to flight level 5052 or 5200. Set the QNH. Local QNH. Check again. QNH has changed to 1029 and there are gusty winds. So I might want to yeah, go to flaps 30. How would a flaps 30 landing do? Can we still make it? One 154. Let's try a flaps 30 landing. In a drift. And 154. Runway should be at 11 o'clock. There it is. That's Alice Springs. Okay, time for passengers to come back to the seats. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. This is lovely. Okay, 10 nautical miles. Alice Springs traffic, Qantas 791. 10 nautical miles from the airfield, approaching from the southeast on downwind for runway 12. Alice Springs traffic. Let me get my replay recorder. Let's start recording. Actually, not now. There we are. We have to land on this runway. I think that's the town. That's the town. It's a mining town, I guess. Like a lot of Australian outback towns. We'll need some speed brakes. Let's start recording. Come on, come on. Flaps 1. Flaps 1 speed. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. The next stop altitude will be 3750, 3800. We are on a VNAV path. Speed brakes in. Gear down. That's flaps. That's fine. Gear down. LS wings traffic, Qantas 791, 10 miles on base leg, left base, runway 12, LS wings traffic. I always make a mess of my landings.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
One 116. In our path, gear down. LS wings traffic, Qantas 791, 10 mile final, runway 12, LS wings traffic. It's 21, 20 nautical miles, it's gusty. Okay. Flaps 15. And 15.
$2,500.
Let's configure early. Flaps 25. What's our init rev? 154. And flaps 30. $154. Configured for landing. Clear to land, runway 12. LS wings traffic, Qantas 791, 5 mile final, runway 12. LS wings traffic. Outer marker. Ooh, look at that red sand or red Martian terrain. Okay, missed approach altitude. I'll try to set it. I hope it doesn't go into alt hold.
1,000.
Still mean up missed approach altitude set. 1,000. Straight ahead. And we are going to land.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Too low, too low. A bit too low. Way to the left, way to the left, way to the right, sorry.
50, 30, 20, 10.
Not bad. Reverses. $80 knots, 70 knots, reverse is idle, or manual braking, reverse is stored, spoilers disarmed, and flaps retracted. Welcome to Alice Springs, everybody. Hope that was a nice landing. If you liked it, please leave a like and do subscribe. Auto brake off. And we can go APU start. Alice Springs traffic 12791 backtracking runway 12. Alice Springs traffic. Okay, not bad. Slow down a bit. There's some micro stutters here. So we're going to take taxiway Delta or Charlie. It's too fast. It's fast idle. Laps neutral, trim neutral. Which taxi was this? It's Echo. Might as well take this. Might as well take this. So that guy. Oh. No, I'll take the next one, Delta. Alice Springs traffic, Qantas 791, we'll vacate via taxiway Delta. Alice Springs traffic. Is this Delta? This is Delta. Stop here. Alice Springs traffic, Qantas 791, vacated runway 12. Alice Springs traffic. Okay. Not a bad flight.
For departure. Alice Springs traffic.
Right, GSX, get me a nice little parking stand here. I can only go forward on Alpha. Stand number, parking 5. We'll take parking 5, that's just on 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock, it's good enough. Show me the spot, it's over here. That's our parking spot. No, use airport stairs, use airplane stairs, use airport stairs. Okay, right. Let's go.
Alice Springs traffic, American Flight Airways 8423, passing 2200, flight level 350. Alice Springs traffic.
All right, there you go. Stop the recording. Right. We're not going to be deboard the plane, so I don't know whether the replay will work if I deboard the plane. And yeah, so get ready for the replays. After the replay I'll end the stream, and so that's it for me. Take care, watch the replays. If you like what you saw, please leave a like and a comment, it helps me out. So yeah, just prepare the replays.